And it's been a year since the death of racing car driver Gugu Zulu. Zulu died after experiencing respiratory problems while trying to summit Mount Kilimanjaro. He was part of the Trek for Mandela team, which makes the journey annually to raise funds for sanitary pads for schoolgirls. Well, this year the team is going back, and his wife Letshego Zulu will be part of the group in honor of her late husband.
How have you dealt with that at a very difficult time when you're trying to make do with what you have and having the glare of the media and a lot of people saying to you, this is right, this is wrong?
So, you know, Gugu and I had an amazing relationship. It was a unique relationship. And our family absolutely understood us. You know, we are different and we kind of create our own tune. And they've always supported us. And for me, all that really mattered was that I had my family behind me and supporting me. Yes, people don't understand the grieving process, especially when they personally have not gone through it. Even if they had and they've gone through it a certain way and they're forced to go through it a certain way. I have never been forced to do anything. Gugu was never forced to do anything. And therefore, I think in a way all these years I've learned to put my foot down and do things my way, because at the end of the day I've only got one person to answer to, and that's myself and God. And God has got my back, and that's all that matters. Yeah, for me it kind of saddened me the way there was this huge backlash, because I actually felt sorry for those people. Sorry for the naysayers, because you know what? You've only got one life to live. And it's up to you to determine how you want to live it. And I know for sure, because I had an amazing husband that lived life to the full, he would be so sad if I did not live my life to the full. I remember being in a really dark space, I think about 2-3 weeks after he passed, and he sent me a message through one of our friends. I got a phone call from a friend of mine who, I remember I was driving past Hyde Park heading home at the end of a day, and she said to me, "How was your day?" And I said, "Oh, it's okay. What did you do?" And I literally went through my day. And she says, "Did you go to the gym?" And I said, "No." "Did you go for a run?" And I said, "No." "Did you go for a swim?" And I said, "What's up?" She says to me, "Letshego, Gugu knows that those are things that make you happy. Girl, get off your bum."
Sure.
"And go for a run." And besides listening to what she was saying, it was also a message to say, get a grip of your life, get up and keep going. And that's what I did.
You've said in the past that you found strength from other women who have suffered loss. A woman that you were speaking to who's from the US, if I'm not mistaken, who you only wrote to each other via email, who lost a husband on Mount Kili as well.
Yeah.
Another woman who also lost her husband, and they could relate in that pain. And you took that and you said, I'm going to help other women.
Absolutely.
Tell me more.
There's a lady called Chelsea Dinsmore. As you mentioned, she also lost her husband. And a friend of mine who bumped into an article in the Sunday Times basically linked us, because Chelsea had written to a journalist at the Sunday Times. She had written a letter to me. And I thought, wow, okay, you know, this is somebody that literally knows exactly what I went through. And cut a long story short, we linked up. We are WhatsApp mates, you know, at any hour of the day. I could ask her anything because she went through the journey 8 months before I did. And we bounce ideas off each other. And I remember the one night when I landed on her Instagram page and I just saw life on it. And for me, that was this message that there is a rainbow after the storm. There is light at the end of the tunnel. I've got a woman who's much closer, who has gone through this. My own mother lost my dad at a similar age to what Leletu is right now. And she's been there for me. And I've, you know, just witnessing how she's brought me up with just that inner strength and just, you know, that determination. I draw that from my mom.
Does it bother you that the dark period in your life and the end of a chapter, as it were, threatened to mar everything else that you were trying to do and trying to achieve, such that, you know, you risk being known only as the wife of Gugu Zulu?
Absolutely not. Gugu and I used to call it coexisting independently.
Yeah.
You know, he had his life, I had my life, and we had a life together. I'm my own brand, I'm my own person with my own ideas, and I will continue to push my ideas and be known as Letshego Zulu, or Letshego, you know. It definitely didn't threaten it, and I don't mind being known as Letshego, the wife of the late Gugu Zulu. It doesn't tarnish who I am.